Hey everyone, so for content today, we are still going to be working in our West Regions packet. So if you could just go ahead and open up to page number 6. Page numbers are on the bottom here, and it is labeled landmarks for Wednesday. For today, it's this page, and then it does about 3/4 on the back side as well. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share so you can read along with me. It will be on your slides that you work on too, if you need to go back and reference and maybe you don't have your packet. So here we go. So I'll start reading up here on landmarks. I'll go down and read these three and then over to this side. So you can follow along in your packet or on my screen. Landmarks. The West Region's natural features have been popular with travelers. Some of the most beautiful national parks are located in this region. The United States Congress established Yellowstone National Park in 1872 as the world's first national park. Yellowstone National Park covers 3,472 square miles. That's bigger than the state of Delaware and Rhode Island combined. There's an active volcano in the park. There are about 2,000 earthquakes every year. The park also has more than 300 geysers. A geyser is a type of hot spring that shoots boiling hot water and steam into the air. Old Faithful is one of the most well-known geysers. The name Old Faithful was chosen because the geyser is predictable. It erupts about every 91 minutes. Each eruption lasts from 1.5 to 5 minutes. Today, up to 4 million people come to visit Yellowstone each year. So here on the side is a picture of a geyser. Here's the picture of Old Faithful too. Rising 1,267 feet above the surrounding ground, Devil's Tower was designated America's first national monument in 1906. The site is considered sacred to the Lakota and other tribes in the area. Devil's Tower is the core of a volcano, exposed by erosion. The magma cooled and crystallized into hexagon columns separated by vertical cracks. The parallel cracks make it a popular place for rock climbers. When the Golden Gate Bridge was completed in 1937, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. The bridge is almost 9,000 feet long and has two beautiful towers that are 820 feet tall. While most bridges are painted steel gray to protect them from corrosion, the Golden Gate Bridge is painted international orange to help it blend in with the red-orange tones of the rocks and hills surrounding San Francisco Bay. Tours visit Alaska and Hawaii each year. People travel to Alaska to see its beautiful glaciers. Cruise ships sail through the waterways of Alaska to allow people to see the glaciers up close. Visitors to Hawaii go for its tropical weather and landscape. The warm weather year-round makes its beaches a place to visit. People also visit the volcanoes of Hawaii. Now we're on the top of page 7, over here. Many mining towns in the West started in out-of-the-way places where gold and silver deposits were found. In a brief time, they became boom towns. These towns grew quickly as thousands of prospectors and merchants moved to those places. However, when the gold and silver ran out, the towns were abandoned. The miners moved to the new strikes and claims. Other citizens left too. Without money from the miners, businesses closed. Soon, all that remained of the town were the deserted buildings and vacant lots. Many of these ghost towns are still standing today. People come to ghost towns to see what life was like during the gold rush. Disneyland, I bet some of you have heard of that. Maybe some of you have even been there. Disneyland is in Southern California. It is part of a giant entertainment industry. This industry began by making movies. America's first movies were made in the Northeast. The movie makers needed sunny days to film outdoors. The Northeast is often cloudy and rainy. A few movie makers found the sunshine they needed in Southern California. Los Angeles, the second largest city in the nation, is now the home of Hollywood, the home of the Hollywood movie industry. The movie industry soon attracted a man named Walt Disney. Disney arrived in Southern California in 1923 with one big goal. He wanted to make people happy. Disney's cartoons delighted kids of all ages. So did his movies, television shows, and the Magic Kingdom of Disneyland. Disneyland opened in 1955. This year, as many as 14 million people will visit the park. So that's the reading for landmarks for today. Now, looking at your independent work, on your slideshow, there's only 2 true or false. So the first is the Golden Gate Bridge got its name because it is painted gold. And the second, rock climbers can climb up the core of an ancient volcano in the West region. So you'll have to go back into your reading and then mark if those statements are true or false. Then you can go and talk about what is Old Faithful. It's in your text. Remember, we even saw a picture of it. And then you are going to need to identify what is a ghost town. So that you're going to have to use your thinking cap a little bit. So it talked about it with the gold rush, and then what happened when people left. Then I want you to go and tell us, out of the 3 landmarks, so at the bottom of page 6, right? Here are the 3 landmarks. Which would you like to visit most and why? Now, here's the thing. If you want to, because we talked about more than just these 3, there's also some on this back page of page 7 too. Remember, especially when we talked about the entertainment industry. So you can go in. I want you to tell us which one would you like to visit and why. Then once you're done with that, you can use the video on your Google Slides and the map that we put on to fill out your West Region study guide. So on this page right here, it says Wednesday, so you know you need to do today. You are going to write all of the states. So if it's number 1, for example, number 1 is the state of Alaska. So right here on this line, I'm going to write Alaska, and then you can cross it off. You can use the map to help you figure this one out. Then here on the back side, you're going to have to use the map and the video to help you figure this one out, okay? So you have the states, then you're going to do their abbreviation. So each state has 2-letter abbreviation, like example, Wisconsin is WI. So you're going to write their abbreviation, and then you're also going to write their capital city. Remember, there's that video that does the state and then the capital, so you can always just pause that. Down here, it's really nice. There's a word bank, so you know, like let's do the first one together. Alaska, the capital city is Juneau. So right down here, Juneau is the capital of Alaska. So I'd write Juneau up here in the capital city and then cross that off. Then once you're done with that, you're good to go for content today. So remember, you need to do your Google Slides for your content. Then you also need to work on your study guide. So you got a lot of work to do for content today. So get to it. We'll see you all on Thursday.